this is 405 potentially going southbound, we are going to see an influx of traffic.
Oh, man. Rolling Sprewell.
Your bearings, is it northbound or southbound?
Yeah, we are on the northbound 405. That's the northbound 405.
Northbound 405. Northbound 405, Granada Hills.
But you can see for the time being that
All right, God, it's so early. Why does this have to... Ileana's not even on yet.
That variance in speed roll, that's very troubling.
All right, so this car, guys, it's a rental. It's a rental with Arizona plates. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I just had to... Phone started blowing up as I'm sleeping.
I think it's a good thing that at least this individual, this driver now has slowed down a little bit.
There's been some pretty reckless movements here right as I got going. Oh, God.
60, 70 miles per hour, now picking back up speed.
Roland Sprewell's on the call. It's too early for Ileana. Good morning. Yeah, we're going fast. We just came off the 14 to the 405 northbound in Granada Hills, which is quite up there. So at some point, probably need him to turn back south. But for now, we do have a chase.
You're going to be involved with more vehicles and more traffic. It doesn't take very long
All right.
to come across.
Finally got the tech up here.
And snarls in traffic when you're going southbound on the 405. So as you pull out there, it looks like it still doesn't look all that heavy, though. All things considered.
It's not that heavy, and everybody who commutes on LA freeways this time of the morning knows it's a crapshoot in terms of what you might encounter. Now, as I look ahead, there is a little bit more moderate traffic that this driver is
going to run into it at some point. What's up, everyone? All right, now I can see the comments. 97 Kel, Evan Roselle, Wilco T Dog. Can I have your dog says Noti Gang? Say hi to my mom, Wob. She is watching with me again. Hello, Mom. We finally got Noties out. Mumble crap. Happy Monday. Do we have ABC up? If we do, I don't mind making a switch because I do like their... Let's find out. We do have ABC. So let's let me get it up real quick first. We'll make the switch over here. Yeah, ABC's got such a better camera. It's so frustrating because... Bear with me for a second. I'm going to make the switch over right now. How easy was that? How flawless was that? Sorry, Roland. But we're going to head on over to Ileana, or not Ileana.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, we're with you. And, when you had a tight shot of the driver, you could actually see them very casually just looking around and kind of...
Okay, much better now.
Making the drive. This is, when you were describing this...
NBC's got the talent. They got Luca, but they don't have any support. All right, northbound, 405, North Hills. Assault suspect. Once again, this is a rental car with Arizona plates. Running into a little bit of traffic off the 14.
See the police cars and know what's happening. This is just a person driving erratically and quickly, but not something...
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even awake. Ileana's certainly not awake yet. We're getting off the freeway here. Exit 68.
Everything changes now getting onto the surface streets as far as...
Everything does change, as we know. When you get on surface streets, we have ourselves a much different chase.
Now they're going to be radioing to more than likely LAPD units.
We are in no mood to wait in this line, as there is a hole. We are going off. We are off-roading in this Dodge Charger. Oh my goodness. We are off-roading here to get through this. Wait, we are not waiting. Oh, that Prius doesn't want to wait either. Okay, now we're into reckless driving territory here, as maybe he's getting right back on the freeway. Yep, we're in the Van Nuys area.
For a second, depending on the steepness of that incline, there's an officer right there.
Ooh.
They're going to re-engage, but they
there was a cop waiting for him. Potentially could have had spike strips.
It is, as you mentioned, probably an SUV Jeep Cherokee. So
we've seen it before. We've seen it this week.
But certainly, it's a possibility, especially.
No, it's a black. Oh, it's a red Dodge Charger. I said it was a black Dodge Charger. I couldn't tell because NBC's camera is such shit.
it's a male. From what we could tell, it appeared to be, but we didn't get confirmation of that.
True.
But certainly they're desperate to get away, Philip, and that's what makes these things so dangerous. Now back onto the freeway, and you see a lot of movement inside.
Well, you see how he's looking in his rearview mirror? He's seeing if he's being pursued by the police, if they're sticking with him. Adrenaline is pumping, my friends, and we know what happens when the adrenaline pumps.
We're going to break into television here real quickly.
About to be live on ABC 7 here in... About to be live on TV. Turn.
Good morning, I'm Philip Palmer along with Scott Reif. We are breaking into coverage this morning a little bit before Eyewitness News at 11 a.m. with a police pursuit southbound. And this is on the 405. Scott Reif, we've watched just in the last few minutes as this person who's eluding authorities has started to take some real aggressive action in an attempt to escape.
Yeah, we're live now.
I think we're going to get 100 miles an hour here real soon. We're on the 405 south to the Van Nuys area.
Why is this not
Up
working?
ahead around the 101 freeway, I don't see too much traffic. So far
All right.
the suspect's been able to drive on the freeway at a high rate of speed without hitting anything that would slow him down. As you mentioned, it's going to be difficult for anyone out on the freeway to even know this is a pursuit. I'm going to open up out of the shop for just a moment. They did back off and went to surveillance mode, meaning
I
only a helicopter
can't
overhead
figure this out right now.
vehicle.
I'm in a new place.
Still the case. We did hear some information. They may re-engage, but we're not seeing that quite
My
yet.
TV from 1999 is a lot different than this
On
one.
the 405 freeway until he gets up into the Sepulveda Pass, where you start to see.
Oh, we don't want Sepulveda Pass unless it's cloudy out. I don't know if we can go through the Sepulveda Pass. I'm looking outside right now. It is way too cloudy.
And you see a suspect doing, 75.
Extended
80,
play,
maybe
8 months
only
and
10
counting
miles an
in
hour.
Arctic Nation.
Flow of traffic,
How's your passport?
this time of
You
the
need a new one?
afternoon. So, when we watch these things, we certainly want them to stay.
Yeah, I had to. As soon as I finished the show last night, I had to move over to this new apartment. It's in the same complex, but I was up until 2 o'clock moving all my groceries, all my shit.
For now, though, Philip content to just stay in the center lane. It's a little bit faster than the flow of traffic.
Well, and to let everybody know as we just go on to television what's been happening here, because some of this has been on our streaming channel. We've been talking about
Yeah, he
this
might be
for
on the
a few
phone.
minutes now. This suspect, we believe, the reports are that they ran over the foot of a sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop.
What?
And
Ran over the
that
foot
deputy
of a
was
cop
injured,
during a
and
traffic
now, of
stop.
course, you have an assault
And now you've got a police
as
chase.
well as everything that goes along with fleeing officers in pursuit right now. So surveillance mode primarily, but Scott, when the suspect here exited at Roscoe, they drove right by an officer, and it almost appeared as if they would engage at that moment. But for now, it does seem, I mean, you'll have a better view than us. It does seem as if this is primarily following from the air.
Yeah, it is a tracking mode right now. They don't have any units right behind this vehicle.
That's probably why he's. That's probably why he's looking in the.
Drive more radically, swerving in and out of traffic, and I think they felt that they would back off just a
How
little
do these
bit,
smart
and
TVs
hopefully that
work?
would slow down the pace of the vehicle and actually
fuck?
how aggressive this suspect.
I just want the cable.
But you mentioned if it's assault with a deadly weapon, basically against a sheriff's deputy, we believe. They're not just going to let this guy go. Sometimes we'll see a vehicle.
What are all these
pulled over for speeding,
options?
and if the guy just takes off, it gets too dangerous, they'll get the license plate and say, hey, we'll pick this guy up sometime else. In this situation, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. They have an air unit overhead. We're on the 405 southbound. We're headed up the Sepulveda Pass, just crossing Ventura Boulevard up towards Valley Vista. We don't see extremely high rates
All
of
right,
speed right
fuck
now,
this.
and I think they're content. Law
I can't
enforcement
figure
at
this shit
point
out.
to back off. Watch the suspect from the air, because when he does get out of the vehicle or get off the freeway,
Input
they're
live
gonna get
TV.
him. But
I think
you
it
will
is.
see a lot of times, Philip, from time to time, another patrol car.
Why are there two remotes?
CHP is in charge of this. They're making a lot of calls out there. They may have, a patrol car or a cruiser on the shoulder of the freeway, trying to get a better idea when he drives by. If there are more people on board, maybe get a good look at the individual, see if that picture matches the person who's registered to the vehicle, those types of things.
Well, CHP, Scott, has confirmed now that it was the foot of a deputy they ran over during a traffic stop.
Doesn't
So
even have,
we
like,
have
the
those
smart
reports.
TV doesn't even have
So we do know
local.
that.
It's giving
We
me
also wanna reiterate,
Yahoo
you've said it a couple
News.
of times, we don't know if this is
Today,
a male
all
or a
day.
female suspect
USA
at this
Today.
point.
Newsmax.
We are getting
The
word
fuck
now
is
that
this?
The sheriffs are no longer
Where's my local
considering this
stations?
an assault on a police officer. Not sure why, but that is now what they are
Fucking
saying. that the
Zoomer
sheriff
television,
is not
man.
considering this assault on an officer. So that is interesting. But Scott, here we go again.
Okay, I'm going back to
yes,
the.
not at high rates of speed considering traffic.
All right.
But driving on the shoulder.
On the shoulder here in the middle of
We've
traffic in
seen them driving on the
Encino.
embankment. So this person clearly is driving dangerously. We've seen worse, of course, but yeah, this is something interesting.
And we're running into an issue that doesn't happen very often, but there's a vice
Pablo
president of
Escobar.
GFR.
That's a funny
Vice
name.
president is in town,
Appreciate
and
you.
they're on
Thanks
the
for
west side,
hanging
and
out.
They have what's called a TFR, temporary flight restriction, and we can't fly into that by no means. So we're on the 405 freeway, basically at Mulholland on the valley side.
Wait, we're southbound if we're in Bel Air.
Southbound on the 405.
Oh, we've been southbound this whole time. I was told northbound.
For the most part,
We're in Bel Air now. Oh, yeah, it's really going to start packing. We're now probably 20 minutes away from
Get a discrete code.
LAX.
Follow along with this vehicle or on this suspect.
Oh, yeah, we're in Brentwood. Oh, yeah, there's going to be some pretty heavy traffic here as we come up to a major intersection with the 10 freeway is going to interchange here. This is as heavy of traffic as it gets in the entire city.
Flying to that airspace.
Well, we can see the
No,
suspect driving onto the shoulder.
Yeah, we're not
Maybe
allowed to
you will be able
fly.
to take a different tack, navigate around, and we can pick you up on the southbound side of this. We're coming up on Eyewitness News at 11.
What was the reason for not being able to fly through that airspace?
But yeah, Scott,
I can go back to NBC, but he may be facing the same issue. No, yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make the switch back.
Officers will continue to follow.
They have to go all the way around
We will have
here.
to navigate around.
But
Not
we
sure
don't do
if
commercials
show a
here
couple of
on
video
Birds in the Air.
elements, of earlier.
Right back to Roland Sprewell, who was above the
This
chase.
person initially
I think.
stopped. Suspect reportedly ran over the foot of a deputy during a traffic stop. That is according to CHP.
Or is this a
However,
replay?
the
Why is it so clear? No, it says 10:58. I think their map is off.
Myriad of different things that they're going to try as this vehicle continues on the freeway for CHP.
Got it.
It says
So we're taking a look-
10:58. It's 10. What? Oh, so they have to go around too. I knew it. They are going around too. It's because the vice president's in town? Ugh. Gotta go all the way around. Yeah, they're both going around. They're catching up to it, so stand by, people.
And again, this began in the Lancaster-Palmdale area. The pursuit originated with LA County Sheriff Department at the request of LA County Sheriff. The pursuit was turned
Morning
over to
chases,
CHP.
man.
They
I'm not
picked it
ready
right
for this.
on up, and following it on through the valley. It's interesting as I consider why this individual would continue on.
So those of you watching, we have to go around the restricted Kamala Harris airspace to catch back up to it. The 405 is being restricted because of probably Air Force Two, I would imagine.
To drive this individual to drive so dangerously.
And I think that restricted airspace is usually a 3-mile radius, if I'm not mistaken. It was last time.
Did I lose you?
Nope, we're still here, Roland. Waiting on you.
Uh-oh, I think I lost him. NOC News Chopper, we're going to get fuel.
No! We're going to lose Roland. They're going to get fuel. And ABC's off the chase. Shit. Damn it, Kamala. Yeah, well, they're keeping the feed up, so we'll just stand by and watch a replay until we get some sort of clarity here. Sorry. I can't really, unless there's another chopper in the air. Ooh, maybe that's some. Let's check the other networks while we're at it, shall we? Let's try KTLA. Oh! Ooh! 7 seconds ago. We might be live. Hold on, stand by, stand by. Okay, at the very least, we have they're in the same situation with Kamala, but they're on top of it. I got it. That's why we double check. Can't fly south. Okay. What about KCAL? Oh! They're on top of it too. But there's, let's see. Talk to me, Goose. All the choppers are up right now. It might be coming right at them. Are they south of it? Are they waiting for it?
I got him there.
Oh yeah, they're waiting for it. Let's go. They're on the other side of the restricted airspace because it was northbound. It was up in Encino. The airspace being at LAX creates this giant barrier shield. But if you start south of the airspace, then you can sit there waiting for it. And I think that might be it on the... Do you see that guy driving? I think that's it. Right in the middle of your frame.
All right, we found him.
Let's go. It sounds like it might be Gil. Is Gil up early? They're in tracking mode right now too, but there is a CHP vehicle. Okay, so in the middle of your screen, there's that red Dodge Charger, and there's a CHP vehicle. He's lurking about, I would say, 50 yards back.
He's right there in the center of the shot.
He's getting off right now.
He's exiting.
And watch, the CHP vehicle is going to tail him. Yep, he was supposed to be in tracking mode, but he's about to re-engage real quick. We're getting off.
Sure.
Watch out for the big blue bus. This is the best angle we're going to get for now, people. We dealt with this, Wilshire and Sepulveda. We dealt with this the other day when...
He's going to be in a tough area, Booth. We can't...
I think he's right near LAX again.
We can go west, but I don't know how much we're going to have of this guy.
Okay. I'm going to take a second just to load CBS in case. They have a much better angle. Please load.
So we've made our way around the temporary flight restriction here in the Brentwood area. We're
Oh, he's
just
pulled
on the
over.
south edge of it now, so
He's pulled over.
We can't get much tighter than what we're
CBS
seeing
has
right
it, but
now.
the app
we're
won't
hearing that
load.
the driver may have
Your
exited the
stupid ass
vehicle.
new
We're not
website
looking
won't
at
load
the
CBS.
exited the 405 freeway at Wilshire. And,
He's being
again,
detained
we're just
right
trying to
now.
find, the vehicle that has now come to a stop. This was a driver that's made its way down from the
I'll try putting it on,
Lancaster area. We're hearing that he used a vehicle. He used a vehicle to.
I got it.
You were saying
Ram
this
a,
does appear to be coming to an end. This is,
excuse me for a second.
unfortunately,
Lancaster
we are
Sheriff's
sandwiched
deputy.
between two flight-restricted areas. Kamala Harris's flight restriction to the north and the LAX flight restrictions on the south. So SkyCal is doing its very best to maneuver to get the best shot that we can. We are at maximum zoom here, but it does look like this driver is opening this door now, and perhaps this pursuit is coming to an end.
And after leading CHP and deputies on multiple freeways, it started, I think, Amy, you said the 14, but it
Okay, out of the car.
And the 405, and here we are ending this, hopefully in Culver
Really
City.
putting me to work.
As he just
Out of the
exited
car,
freeway,
about to go
and had
Patrick
some
Starfish here.
Issues with his Jeep there, maybe a flat tire and getting out, hands are up.
And it's still unknown whether or not there's anyone else in this Jeep. Those windows, dark tint on those windows. It's hard to see if anybody else is inside that SUV at this point, but it does look like
Boom
this driver
shakalaka. What's
is,
smooth?
complying
All of
with
you
the
guys, thank you
demand
for hanging
that,
in there as we've gone through now,
we
what,
certainly
5
those,
different channels?
Officers are actually
Trying to find you
giving
guys the
him
best
at this
angle,
point,
but this is the
walking to
best we can do
sidewalk,
because of
yeah,
Kamala
hands
Harris's
up,
restricted
and,
airspace.
of course, we
He's
know
on the
that they'll have to
sidewalk,
do a
backing
search
up. They'll
of
probably
that
have him
Jeep
get down to
and
his
make sure
knees.
no one else is in
Do
that
Patrick
Jeep,
Starr.
but,
Here it
looks like
comes.
the driver getting down onto his knees at this point.
Okay. Have you ever seen
Complying with
SpongeBob?
all of this.
Do Patrick
All the demands
Starfish?
as they
Nope,
move
they're
in.
moving in. They're moving
Take
in
them
before
into custody,
Patrick Starr.
and as you said, yep, do a search of the Jeep.
Arms behind the
Bringing
back.
this to a conclusion, a little
We
over
are
30
code,
minutes after
about
this
to be
initially
code 4
started
if we're
there.
not already.
As Lancaster
Right in
Sheriff's
Culver
deputies
City.
attempted
We
to
got
pull
off the
driver
freeway,
over
pulled
that
over.
red Jeep. They called him an assault suspect because of allegedly using that Jeep to run over a deputy.
He attempted to.
Wait, is this a clown car? We haven't cleared the car yet. We're not code 4. Don't put your 4s in the chat. Not
hit
until
the
I say
deputy,
code
but
4.
certainly made an attempt, and so that
I gotta
is
clear it. There
what,
could be Bozo the Clown in
is
there.
part of the concern here.
Watch out,
and-
we're gonna
and
open
just
the
how
door.
Desperate someone may be to get away
Wait till they throw it
from
up.
officers if they are willing to do that.
They'll
But
throw it
we're
up like the
watching
college football
as,
fourth quarter.
CHP officers are searching that Jeep. It does not appear that anyone else is inside that vehicle. Looks like they're
There we go.
giving it the all clear.
Cool, there's
Now
the 4.
checking the back of the Jeep to see
Code 4's in the chat.
if anyone is in there. And,
I'm sorry that was a little
we're
uneventful, but I had to
hearing
juggle
anything additional
multiple
than what
streams,
we're
half of
seeing
which
right
don't work.
You know what?
Half of which don't work, so I got to load a different browser. I have 2 of the streams right now on Firefox, 2 of the streams on Chrome, 1 of the stream on Safari. CBS only works on Safari, which is super annoying. So you guys have to bear with me while I go back and forth between these streams. But ultimately, we do get the arrest, which is what all that matters. So, code 4, uneventful chase, under arrest. No one seems to be hurt other than the officer's foot. And see you next time. Make sure you follow the account, turn your notifications on in case this happens again. But for some reason, Twitch doesn't let me do notifications. So if there's a chase within the next 4 hours, you guys are gonna have to catch it through either the site directly or Twitter. So